I really wasn't associated with political roles until Bullitt, and Bullitt. I'm not entirely certain what the character was in Bullitt, whether he's a district attorney or aspiring governor or what it was, but that kind of got the public, because the movie was very successful. I think it was number 7 in terms of money made in 1968. And from that point on, I got a lot of political roles. I played Teddy Roosevelt, I played Woodrow Wilson, I played Franklin Roosevelt, I played Harry Truman, and I played Richard Nixon. But I won my Emmy for playing H.R. Haldeman.
Right, yeah.
And Jason Robards played Richard Nixon in that particular roman à clef. I've always been fascinated by politicians, not politics so much as the kind of people that aspire to high office, why they do, and how they conduct themselves when doing it. It's always just curiosity more than anything else. And I guess once I did the FDR one-man show, which got a lot of publicity, people started thinking of me as other American presidents for some reason. In the case of the presidents, with the exception of Teddy Roosevelt and Harry Truman, the events in those stories occurred when they were very, very young, before they ever became involved in politics. The other 3 presidents I did a lot of research on. And in the case of Haldeman, this was a 12-and-a-half-hour show called Washington Behind Closed Doors. Incidentally, it was originally called Washington, D.C., but Gore Vidal, who's an old friend of mine, had a book out called Washington, D.C., so they had to change the title of the show to Washington, Behind Closed Doors. Anyway, I got as much information. Haldeman wrote a book called Ends of Power, and I used that quite considerably. He mentions me in the book in the sense that he says, even in my worst moment in my job at the White House, I was never as evil as Robert Vaughn was in the television show about me. But I did do a lot of investigation into Haldeman's life to play that part.